is Jake Dreyer here with GearGods.net, and I'm at Media Kitchen Studios in Los Angeles, California. I'm going to talk a little about alternate picking today, and basically these concepts are not original at all. It's pretty much stuff I just practiced with a bunch of the shrapnel artists and their Hot Licks videos from the 80s. Here's the first lesson on here. This is basically sextuplets, which sextuplets are 6 notes per beat, so if you had a beat kind of going like that. And so yeah, 6 notes per beat, and this is pretty much going to go down, it's going to be a descending run down the C major scale, which is no sharps, no flats. And if you want to get like your buddy involved in it, have him play this chord behind, C major chord. So anyways, here it is. It's going to be... Alright, and so pretty much that's slow. Again, it's 6 notes on each string right here, and we're just going to be descending down the C major scale, and we're going to be ending up on the 9th there, which is their D. And I like to play all my sextuplets pretty much ending on the downbeat of the next beat. So here this is slow. Okay, so we're starting on the F, and we're eventually ending up on the D. So again, one more time, slow, very simple. Okay, alrighty, so now we're gonna do basically the same scale here, which is just the C major in position 8, otherwise known as the Ionian mode. Again, no sharps, no flats. Again, this can be played around a C major chord of any type, so major 7, whatever you want to do. And this is going to be ascending sextuplet, same kind of pattern here, where it's going to be basically, for the most part, 6 notes per string on here. Here it is, fast. Okay, and so here's this one pretty much slowed down. Alright, now we're going to still keep with this C chord pretty much going on in our harmony behind this, but we're going to use, now we're going to switch to the key of 1 sharp, which is E minor or G major, which makes that C chord kind of have a C Lydian kind of tonality on top of that because of this sharp 4 here. So that scale would be... there. So for this example right now, it's going to be a descending C Lydian pattern, starting up here on our sharp 4, F sharp. Alright, so that was it fast, our descending C Lydian pattern, and that'll work nicely around behind this chord right here, which is just basically a C major 7 in first inversion. So slowly, again, we're starting up on the sharp 4 here, which is our F sharp. And I should mention again, this is sextuplets here. Instead of like our patterns with the C major Ionian, which were 2 notes per string, R6, this is going to be 6 notes on 2 adjacent strings. So gotta be 1 beat there, etc., etc. So here it is slowly again. Okay, so for these last, pretty much these last 3 lessons here, it's pretty much just ascending and descending down a scale, which is it's pretty boring. They're mainly just kind of there for lesson purposes to kind of get the alternate picking fashion down with the 6 note per beat sextuplets fashion. So pretty much right here, one thing that I like to do is you can really design your own kind of fingering patterns and exercises with any type of format, as long as it kind of fits in the 6 notes or 3 notes or anything like that in the triplet format. So here's one that I kind of like to do. This is based in B Phrygian dominant here, which is going to kind of give, it's pretty much going to be, again, going back to our 1 sharp scale there, which is E minor, but this time we're throwing in a D sharp in there, which is our sharp 7 on there. So this scale is going to pretty much sound like... It's a great one from our Swedish friend Yngwie Malmsteen, which we'll talk about more in. Anyways, So here it is, pretty much quick right here. And you can pretty much do that as much as you want. So you can move it up if you like to. So slowly, this kind of lick here is very simple. Again, it's just the idea of taking 6 notes and pretty much putting them in one beat. And so slowly, this is starting on the F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And like I was saying previously, I always like to end on the downbeat of the next beat there, just because when I'm playing with a metronome, which is what we should all be doing, is practicing with a metronome. As soon as we hit that, so it's 1, 2, 5, 6, bop, bop, and that's kind of how it works. So again, slowly. And continue with that idea and just make your own. Again, it can be anywhere from like 6 notes on there to 12 notes to 24. Any divisible really by 3 on there. And if you do like 9 notes and stuff like that, keep in mind that it might end on the offbeat rather than the downbeat. But that's pretty much it, and that's kind of the idea there that I like to mess around with sextuplets. Alrighty then, so I thought I would kind of throw in a lick that's combining all these pretty much sextuplet ideas into something that can be played over an actual progression. So this progression here is going to be using a B minor major 7 chord to a 5 of 5, this is C sharp 7, sitting to our 5 chord, which is F sharp 7 of course, and then landing on a B minor, or it could be B major, whichever one you want to. It basically just ends on the B note. So there's a few different kind of scale ideas I wanted to throw into this aspects and tonality wise. Over this B minor major 7 chord, we're kind of throwing in the first sextuplet here, the first beat I should say, is based pretty much at a B harmonic minor, which is going to be pretty much minor scale except with a sharp 7 in the note. As opposed to, so it's that A sharp's going to make it a difference. Here's the first beat playing slow. And that's pretty much how I would practice this as well, is by taking it beat by beat on here, so 6 notes at a time. So that first one we have this, and then this second beat ends with, and that right here is of course is starting the next chord here, which is our C sharp 7, the 5 of 5. We have the Lydian dominant. So, and I would take that same way, 6 beats at a time. And out of the whole type of this lick that kind of follows this progression, that's kind of the hardest part there, is this hop from the C sharp down to what would be the E sharp here. But it's basically kind of switching fingers here, because I switched from my 4th finger to my 2nd finger. So, and that's going to lead us into our 5 chord here, which is our last chord of the progression. And again, taking the same kind of idea of basically using that Lydian dominant on top of the 5 chord, as opposed to what would be just like a regular mixed Lydian scale, or something that includes the major 3rd and the 7th on here. And that natural and that minor 7th, because that, of course, adds the dominant chord. Okay, so taking the same idea, we're going to use that, which is that Lydian dominant. So here is that part, and that is the last part of this progression here. And here's the whole lick played slow. Okay, for the final lesson here, this is this 6th lick right here. This is pretty much just talking about 16th notes now, which we were talking about sextuplets, which is kind of based from like a triplet factor, like the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be, instead of 6 notes per beat, 4 notes per beat. So if we had a beat like beat, and so this is going to be taken from basically like a E harmonic minor, which by now pretty much know that it's got the 1 sharp in there and the raised 7th, which is going to be our D sharp as well as the F sharp. So it would be pretty much tonality. And this lick pretty much is kind of a direct steal from Yngwie Malmsteen. Slow, this is... And so we're starting off on here on the raised 7th here, and this chord would fit nicely over a basically a 5-to-1 progression. Starting out here on the raised, basically if we're thinking of here, and the 5 chord, which is going to be our B7, this is going to be our 3rd. So starting off on the 3rd of our 5 chord. So slowly. All right, we're done.